I would like us to all to go back to the safer place, the best place, that we don't have to ever go down again if we don't want to.
Yes, Master.
Okay, that is a story. So, losing doesn't always mean losing, yeah? Winning is not always winning. Just like the recent story about President Trump. Originally, he didn't want to give up, you see?
Yes.
And continue fighting for his legal rights. But then because some people mix in, some other groups, people mix in, and it happened that some people die. I wonder how. Because only the police at that time had weapons. And according to the newspaper, the new administration called these protesters who ran into the Capitol. The police killed the first woman. They all have no arms. They have no weapons. One of the participants, he's not a Trump supporter or not, I don't know. He belonged to another group, and then he just had a spear, but to hang that is the way you hang the flag of America, that's all. But he didn't use it to kill anybody or hurt anyone. I guess it's mostly just a stampede. And that caused the trouble, caused some people to die. And the police killed one woman, but she had no weapons. So they addressed him, the new administration called him a terrorist. What kind of terrorist has no weapons? You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, this is overdoing. It's too much. Now that they have the power, they even are terrifying half of the country, going witch hunting from the president downward. This world is really upside down. So many things that many governments do is not according to logic and reason. I hope they rethink. Otherwise, they will lose the humans' support and humans' heart, the hearts of their supporters. If they overdo things, people will wake up and think it's not logical, it's not kind, it's overstating. What kind of terrorist has no weapon at all and just comes in like that? I guess they just wanted to come in to face the Congress and the gathering who's supposed to certify the electoral votes. That's all. They wanted to face them and ask them to change it. That's all. That's why they had no weapons, nothing. The ones who went inside had nothing and just died like that. One of the police also, unfortunately, died. But they are not terrorists. Instead of that, even now, since then, they're terrifying half of the country. That is not right.
Yes,
Master.
Like they're terrifying them by hunting them, by firing them all over, everywhere. Because they lost their job, and they've been threatened, all kinds of stuff, and mentally terrorized.
Yes, Master.
That's worse than terrorists. I'm sorry. My opinion. People are scared. Scared to say that they are supporting whom? Supporting President Trump. They're hiding. They don't even dare to speak loud and all that. They're still hunting them. Hunting from the army, even in the army and the National Guard and everyone. Seems like no one is safe. We have to do things according to logic and reason. And we have to rule with benevolence, right?
Yes, Master.
Because if you win people's heart, that will be a more lasting victory.
Yes, Master.
You see, President Trump wasn't going to give up. It's just that after they enter the government building there and some people die like that, of course, that goes against his own principle of peace and nonviolence. So he gave up immediately. He immediately announced that there will be the peaceful transfer of presidential power to the next party, because he did not want any more trouble like that, and he did not want any more lives lost. Similar to the King of Heaven, the story I told you, one of the past reincarnations of the Buddha, because of compassion, because of real love. He didn't want victory at all costs. So that is a true victory. Winning is not always winning. Losing is not always losing. I very much respect and admire him for that.
Yes,
Yes, Master.
You see, they had a chance to seize the power already because President Trump is very compassionate and loving. He cares about lives of others, so he stopped. This is very salutable, of course. But the opposite party, they should be contented and happy with the seizing of power. I mean, they should be more compassionate, more benevolent, more tolerant to calm people's hearts, to stabilize the country. Instead, they're terrifying them from the top down and doing some things in a short period of time that is defying logic, reason, and humanity. You know, by witch hunting, wrong condemnation, purposely degrading people, and threatening them with all kinds of witch hunting techniques and fear tactics. And that creates very bad karma, worse karma. That's why I told you it's very difficult for me also even to help them, to work with them. I just hope they turn around and it will be easier to work with. Also, it's involved in other things that I have to do in order to work with them peacefully.
Master, we have a question.
Yeah, tell me.
You have the power of heaven to change the result of the election.
Yes.
How come Master didn't do that?
Yeah. Well, because we're not supposed to do it like that.
Right.
Okay? Also, it would destroy the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party had many good presidents. I owe the Democratic Party something.
Yes, Master.
I owe President Clinton something. I had to also to protect Vietnam, even though I had chosen to support America. But I don't need to, but I wanted to also to protect Vietnam. Okay? Because that was the country who nourished me all that time until I grown up.
Right.
I owe ex-President Clinton because I had written him a very long letter to ask him to help the Vietnamese. The American government was also helping the refugees. But President Clinton lifted the 30 years long embargo for Vietnam. For 74 million people, it was a great job that he has done. You remember?
Yes, Master.
Because of that embargo, Vietnam was very downtrodden, very poor, very oppressed, very depleted. After the war, everything was already almost depleted, economically, politically, and everything. Vietnam was really dying. President Clinton, after I had written the letter, not long after, he lifted the embargo of 30 years. Many presidents did not do that, but he did. Remember, I was supporting President Clinton before he became president. Do you remember that?
Yes.
They made a lot of noise. And some people say this and that about me also. But I knew if he is a president, he would have helped Vietnam. So I have tried my best. I even jumped into politics. I did support President Clinton, not only outside, but inside, because I knew he will help to lift Vietnam up. Otherwise, I don't think Vietnam can survive. After 30 years of war and then 30 years of embargo, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, Master.
How do the people survive? Not just internationally, but nationally as well race. That is a very long embargo, and it's very difficult to get up from there. So that's why I owe ex-President Clinton that big debt. So I cannot let heaven heavy-handedly handle the Democrat, even though I knew I could.
Yes, Master.